we built this continuous flow-through bin in one day, and we did a really good job on it despite this happening. But this is the idea. Let's hope. I'm gonna have to set this down. So. But we got that issue resolved, and the one thing that I wish we would have done that we didn't do, I'm gonna make you wait till the end of the video for it. But right now I'm gonna show you the progress of the continuous flow through. My neighbor gave me some oak leaf litter, so I threw that in there because we all know worms love leaf litter. Look at them. Literally everywhere you dig, tons and tons of worms. And tons of castings. We're about to feed all these guys again. We're on about a 3 or 4 day feeding schedule. And I can't even guess how many are in here at this point. It was 4 days ago, 5 days ago that we put another probably 8,000 cocoons in here. So they're doing well. One thing that I wish we would have done is use more screws whenever we initially built it, because I got this gap right here. And we're about to find out whether or not that's going to be an issue. I don't think it will be. The worms have a good home in there. They're going to stay in their home. All right, this is going to be a quick update. Snap peas. This one here looks like it died. So I left a couple at the top that I'm going to get some seeds from. And we got 2 more that popped up. Starting to grow here. Peppers are looking good. Look at these flowers. If you made it this far into the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like button so you can get notified when I'm making others. I cannot explain to y'all how amazing this basil smells. I don't know what kind it is, but it's just so wonderful. And then this is a desi squash. Got a little pollinator down there. Got a couple of blackhawks in the background, so they like to fly right above my house. That cabbage looks good. More basil, desi squash, pole beans. Pole beans, mullion. We finally got some Carolina Reapers that are starting to turn red. So we will be burning our mouths very shortly. Flowers. Tomatoes. Got some bumblebees popping up. I haven't seen any New Jersey Devils pop up yet, but the plants themselves look decent. Another desi squash. I already harvested an okra, but there's another. And the one tower is working, but it got up to 93 yesterday, so I had to dig way in there to find any worms. Don't don't see any right now, but they're probably out in the bed or something. Down here it's pretty cool, so I imagine, yeah, I see one down there. But it is excruciatingly hot right now. And then little mulberry that we got in the ground. It's been so dry, I've been sneaking out here to water it, but and lastly, my neighbor gave me some bamboo, which was already at that angle when I planted it. I didn't realize that this is gonna get to be like 30 feet tall, so I'm probably gonna have to move it for the power lines. But alright, I won't make you wait till the very end of the video. I'm gonna show you what I wish we would have done. So when we built this, we put the cardboard in under here, as you can see. And what I didn't do was wet the cardboard down before I put in my soil. And so what I've had to do is come under here with the hose, spray nozzle, and continuously just spray this down with a gallon or two of water every time. And just now am I starting to get some sections where the cardboard and the castings are breaking through. But we got the tarp. This is a medium duty tarp, temporarily, to catch all the castings. We'll break them out and then run them through our trommel. Just got done watering the breeder room. Feeding and watering, and feeding and watering the wedge system. I don't think they're up in the food yet, but let's dig back here. So this is where I've been pulling worms for the worm towers that we're doing for locals. I'm not shipping those yet. And I'm gonna feed the CFT. Actually, for those of you that want to see the feeding of the CFT, just throw it in at the end here. Worm chow dropping down. I like to do a pretty decent layer all the way through. Should be good. And then we got our cured horse manure with majority of the stuff picked out already, sticks and garbage. And then cardboard. So we just a layer covering everything. I like to bury the food to reduce the risk of rodents and other pests. As you can see, there's a good chance of animals getting into the barn. I do some eggshells every now and then, but there's a lot of grit in this aged manure already, naturally. Alright, let's pretty good. A few handfuls of cardboard, pre-shredded, so I break it down quickly. Unlike that leaf litter that's going to take some time, but in the continuous flow-through bin, it doesn't really matter because we'll break it down by the time it gets all the way down to the bottom. And another thing that I'm starting to realize with the continuous flow-through is it's been some time and it's only maybe a third of the way full. So I think I can lose that top layer and then apply that to another continuous flow-through and then bring the lid system down to that second level there. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to wait and play it by ear. See when the castings start to fall, how much they're falling, where it kind of settles. Because this is my first continuous flow through, then go big or go home. And then we water. Now I've been probably over watering the CFT. But I want to have a great environment for them, and they like wet way more than they like dry. Plus, I want to encourage those castings to start falling through down at the bottom, so I want some of the water to make it down to the cardboard, even though I will spray the bottom. But I'm probably going to do a little over 5 gallons for this, both sides. So 2.5 each side, including spraying the underside. Alright, and it's pretty much rinse and repeat for the other side. Alright y'all, well I gotta go refill our retailer over at Urban Roots in Tampa, so I'll get with y'all later.